Major support for Out to Lunch Acadiana is provided by the law firm of Jones Walker, established in 1937 with over 375 attorneys in offices throughout the U.S., providing a comprehensive range of services to a local, national, and international client base. JonesWalker.com. Support also comes from Wyndham Garden Lafayette.
From Social on Johnson Street in Lafayette, we're out to lunch with Peter Raschuti. Peter Raschuti is Professor of Finance and Director of the award-winning Birken Road Reports. It's business Acadiana style.
Hi, I'm Peter Raschuti. Welcome to Out to Lunch. If you had $1 for every time someone on radio or TV said, "Here in Acadiana, we're known for our food," well, you'd probably have made about $100 this month already. You wouldn't be as wealthy, though, if you were collecting $1 on the sentence, "Here in Acadiana, there is a sizable segment of the population open to a medically holistic, nutritious approach to diet with an emphasis on fresh fruit and vegetables." Although you don't hear a lot of people say that, and as unlikely as it sounds, it's true. Dr. Marie Pace will back me up on that. Dr. Pace is the owner of a business on Kaliste Saloom here in Lafayette called Optimum Solutions Holistic Health Consultants. Marie is a doctor of holistic medicine, certified nutritional counselor, and author of a book, Discover Health. Marie, welcome to Out to Lunch.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. This is terrific.
All right. We're going to feed you, too. That's the best part.
That's even the best. And I'm going to get gluten-free and
I know
completely
we did specific
vegan.
diet for
That's
you.
right.
This is
I know.
you're a lot of work.
Sorry.
kidding.
I'm female. Hey, come on.
Dr. Pace believes we could go a long way towards eliminating all diseases if we lived on a more balanced diet of fresh fruit and vegetables. Now, Jimbeaux Guilbeaux would be happy to bring you all the fresh fruit and vegetables you want. Jimbeaux is co-founder and vice president of sales at Freshko Foodservice. Freshko's 22 employees deliver fresh food and more to restaurants, hospitals, hotels, and other food-related businesses in Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Shreveport. Jimbeaux, welcome to Out to Lunch.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Marie, I know that one of your core beliefs is that there's a strong link between our health and our diet. I'm sure most people agree that eating will help maintain a healthy weight and prevents heart disease, but you go beyond that. You believe that ill health is related to hormones, and hormones are affected by diet. Is this your own theory, or is this a commonly held belief?
Oh, no, it's very much a commonly held belief in holistic medicine. Anybody who does anything holistic, we know that fruits and vegetables can actually reverse cardiovascular disease. Believe it, shockingly.
Yeah.
It can, in many cases, even reverse cancer. So someone eating what Jimbeaux sells, fruits and vegetables,
Yep.
especially if they're organic and they're made well, and you're staying off of anything from an animal. What we know is that anything from an animal actually causes inflammation in your body. Inflammation is the heart of every disease. And we've got cancer, we've got heart disease, we've got diabetes. Those three diseases are man-made. They come from what we eat. And when we eat down here in Cajun country, fried foods, sorry, we won't look at the table.
By the way, Marie, you have said that, it is, the Cajun diet is, is delicious but not good for us.
It tastes absolutely fabulous. Of course it does. I mean, oh my gosh, we love the taste of fat and fried. But eating all of that causes so much inflammation in the body. And that's why we are number one in obesity. The state of Louisiana is number one in obesity.
It's good to be number one in something.
I know. But it would be nice. It would be nice if we were not in that. If maybe
we're
we
number
were
2 in the amount of lightning strikes.
Are we
have.
really?
Yes. Just want to throw that out.
Crazy.
Sometimes to bring some pride to listeners.
Oh, look, vegan food.
Vegan food. I knew
awesome.
we'd come up with it.
Oh, this is awesome.
Stick with us, Marie.
Terrific.
Now, Jimbeaux, in this part of the world, you hear a lot of business stories you frankly wouldn't hear anyplace else. People trading work for sacks of crawfish, all kinds of brother-in-law deals. But the story of how you started Freshko is a classic. First of all, you quit your job because your buddy got laid off. Now that you're both out of work, you two guys decide to start up a fruit and vegetable delivery business. But y'all don't have a refrigerated truck, and you don't have the money to buy one. So you find a guy who's selling a refrigerated truck who takes a riding lawnmower as a down payment. This is a really grassroots story.
It is.
Yeah, that was then. Today, you're one of the most successful companies in Calcasieu Parish, which these days includes some pretty big players. Jimbeaux, you are the very definition of a self-made success. What would you say are the key elements that have gotten you from the riding mower to where you are today?
Well, just being very disciplined in service, integrity. We do things a way that we feel like if someone's going to have a long-lasting relationship, you need to be as honest as you can, be as fair as you can. We're not here to make all the money off of one or two customers. We're here for the long haul, to support our employees and support the local businesses that we deal in. We're real passionate for local-owned restaurants and businesses.
That's mainly who you serve, but you do have some.
We do casinos. We do.
I saw Ryan's and Bonanza, and
right.
Now, that seems to be a tougher sell from the surface because you're running against like Reinhardt and Cisco and those folks.
Yes.
And I would think they would want big national chains to deliver. How do you break in?
Well, the corporate companies want that. Your national chains, they want to have one particular company that can service the majority of all of them. So being in this part of the state, in Louisiana, you have a lot of local entrepreneurs. And those people like to deal with local because they want to keep their business local. And people like even in Lafayette consider Louisiana local. People in New Orleans consider Lake Charles kind of local because we are a Louisiana-based company. We are owned in Louisiana, and that's what's kind of helped us out. We just really, we stay involved in it, me and my partner. Our cell phones are available 24 hours a day.
I read that. That is frightening. You give people your cell phone number.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's on my business cards, my emails. We consider it a family. We have employees that have been with us, probably 25 to 28 years. Probably more than half of them have been with us for over 15 to 20 years.
And I like a lot of times you've said that you're just good Cajun boys.
That's
and your partner it's Homer?
Homer Robin.
And talk about Cajun. It said in his bio that he didn't even speak English till they sent him to school. So
yeah, to the first grade, absolutely. Literally went to school at a P-Row. They lived across the bayou, Henderson Bayou, and they took a P-Row to catch the bus across. That's what they did. So you can kind of say he went to school on a P-Row.
That is great. Now, Marie, originally you're from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I know as a beautiful woman in Little Rock, a lot of people met Bill Clinton. Did you meet Bill Clinton?
Do you really want me to answer
I
that?
know, just thought we'd try it.
Well, I do have a Bill Clinton story. Do you want me to tell it?
Let's do that, yeah.
Okay, so I was working for a newspaper called Spectrum. It was an alternative weekly. And downstairs from Spectrum office was a bakery. And exactly 1/2 a mile up the street was the McDonald's that Bill used to...
Before he got
Exactly.
like you, right?
Exactly, before he became a vegan.
Yes.
So here I am. I'm downstairs in the bakery getting a croissant at the time, and in walks Bill with his entourage of Secret Service people, and he's in his running, jogging
and at
outfit.
this point, is he president or governor? Or?
No, he's still governor.
Okay.
He's still governor. And he's running, he comes to the bakery, and can I say this? He flirts, shh, don't tell anybody. He flirts with all the girls.
No way.
Oh yeah, like he majorly flirts with all the girls.
I can't imagine what the next secret's going to be.
And then... And then he leaves the bakery and jogs up to McDonald's and gets his French fries, his hash browns.
That's kind of self-defeating, isn't
know,
it?
I know. But see, there weren't apparently there weren't a lot of girls up there at McDonald's. So.
Yeah, well, it's, and probably vegan wasn't as big then.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's,
he hadn't had his heart attack yet.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That was kind of what spurred that. Now, Jimbeaux, when you started out, and that's the way I read it actually, is that you were fruits and vegetables. But after Katrina, you added seafood and meats, and we think of those as terrible, disorienting disasters. What was it that brought you over there?
Well, when both Katrina and Rita, as you know, were weeks apart, and Katrina, where it hit out of New Orleans and Baton Rouge, there were a lot of companies based out of that area that were, I guess, down in their business and their supply chain for months. And so us in Lake Charles, fortunately, we were one of the few ones that had our freezers were still not up and running. We were able to get a generator and everything else, but we were able to bring product in out of the Texas area. And the restaurants, that were able to start up really quick, had no suppliers to bring product in. Even your chain accounts, your Johnny Carinos, your Ryans, and those who their distributors couldn't even get into Louisiana from where they were coming from. So we started finding that product that they needed to have since they saw how good we serviced them, and we didn't try to make, everybody was gouging everybody, whether it be gas or whatever. We didn't do that. We were real competitive with what they were already buying. They go, well, how can you serve me and sell to me almost as cheap as I'm getting from these major corporations? So, well, we're trying to take care of you and help you out in times of need. We're doing what we can, and that brought a lot of confidence in us and enabled us to just expand quite a bit. It was just it was something that was very different. I mean, since '05, we've tripled our business since '05.
And where do you get the materials? I mean, where is the fruit and vegetables
I get
coming?
California. Depends on what products. There's a
By
lot out
train, truck? How do
No, trucking.
Okay.
Most of it's out of trucking. You can get potatoes and onions, which can take a week to come out by train, where a truck takes 2 or 3 days out of California. And we get to California, Florida, Georgia, depending what products it is.
And is it? You always hear that grocery stores have very low profit margins and a lot of volume. Is wholesaling like that?
No. I don't know who told you that about grocery
Really?
stores.
Okay,
Right.
maybe that's not
because
right.
I sell to some grocery stores, and I'm able to make maybe $2 or $3 off of a case of a product that costs me $20. And if you figure that out, that's 10%.
Right.
Their margins in their produce department's about 35 to 40%.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Now they're off of milk
Here
and
I
eggs.
was feeling bad for the grocery store.
No, off of milk and eggs, yeah, that's a cost cutter. But off of the other stuff, no. They're making very well off of produce. I can promise you. I can promise you that.
Jeez,
That's
you
interesting. I
broke the
wouldn't have
Bill
thought
Clinton
that.
thing for me, and then and now the grocery store part. I don't know how I went around like this for so long. It is, I've got to say, Marie, one of the things I like about you is that unlike some people in your area, you're not against Western medicine.
No, not at all. That's kind of what separates me from a lot of the other naturopathic or holistic practitioners in this area, is that I really strongly believe in doing correct medical with correct holistic. The key word is correct.
Right.
You can do lousy holistic, you can do very lousy medicine. We have over 750,000 people a year die because of poor medicine.
Wow.
Medical mistakes in hospitals, drugs, you name it. So that's an awful lot of people dying. Medicine is the third largest reason why people die. There's the number 3, cancer, heart disease, and then medical reasons. So medical services, they're overloaded. There's a lot of people sick because they're not eating well, because they're not exercising, because they're filled with anxiety, because they're not eating the fruits and vegetables. Those are the things that they need to be doing, and they don't know how. Most people don't have a clue how to eat correctly.
Yeah, I would think so.
They think that, if I have a little bit of meat and it's lightly fried or a little broiled, or if I have a little bit of fat, or if I have a nice balance of fats and carbohydrate, and I kid out my carbohydrates and get rid of the well, guess what? Fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates. That's right.
Did not know that either.
So if you cut
I
out
don't know how I'm gonna
carbohydrates,
go home
you're in
today.
trouble.
They
We have a lot to talk about to get you healthy, darling.
But let's get to the question that hit me first on this, Marie, is that you have found a market here. I would have thought what you're doing would be terrific in Sedona, Arizona, Santa Cruz, California.
Right.
Cajun country? How
I
did that
know,
happen?
of all places, huh? I personally went through menopause, and that's how I kind of got into all of this.
I have not gone through menopause, by the way.
You haven't gone through
I just wanna
menopause
tell
yet?
you, it's all-
I know,
it's all
Jimbeaux, I
new.
don't think he's gone through it yet either.
Okay, good.
So maybe I can stop y'all from going through menopause.
That'd be great.
But going through menopause at a very early age pretty well threw me into the throes of doing naturopathic work and holistic work. And I lived here in South Louisiana. My husband was from here prior to him passing away. And he and I were like, okay, we love this area, so we have to make whatever work. And when I got into holistic medicine, I was shocked at looking at how people eat. People come into the office all the time because they're exhausted, they're tired, they're worn out, they've been to the medical doctor, all the tests supposedly say that they're fine, but yet they feel like CRAP,
Yes.
and they want to do something about it, and they don't know what to do about it. And they come to me, and I do some alternative testing, or I get them back to the medical doctor and ask the doctor to do this other additional test on them. And lo and behold, we find imbalanced hormones. We find poor diet. We find anxiety. We find lack of exercise.
So if I had chest pains, you would tell me just go to the ER, right?
You would go to the ER, darling.
Okay,
I tell
all right.
when someone breaks their arm or their leg, please don't come to my office.
They will
Please.
do that. You're listening to Out to Lunch. I'm Peter Raschuti. My guests are Dr. Marie Pace, author and owner of Optimum Solutions Holistic Health Consultants, and Jimbeaux Guilbeaux from Freshko Foodservice. Now, Jimbeaux, I've got to ask you, I ask this for people from Lake Charles. Lake Charles has become a boom town with these LNG
One of the
facilities.
tops in the nation.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, how has that affected your business?
It's been very, very good for it. I consider that part of why our business is up. Like last year, we were up 30% last year, and that's our biggest year we've ever had. There's just a lot more people in town. I mean, the traffic is now getting close to what Lafayette is on, Kaliste Saloom Road or the Acadiana Thruway. There's just a lot more people out there, and they're building some new restaurants, but the ones that are there, that are taking care of what they're supposed to be doing and servicing the customers in the restaurants are doing extremely well. There's still some of them that just, say, well, I don't see much business increase. Well, that's their own fault. I'm firsthand, I'm in my customers a lot myself personally and talking with the owners, and, I see what they're doing, and they're just gearing up, and they're doing real well with that,
Jimbeaux, you mentioned something earlier. I'm just wondering, you'd mentioned that you didn't gouge people during the hurricanes and say, does that stick in people's minds?
Yes, it does. It does. And I mean, people still compare things a lot. They look at pricing a lot, because, and I have people that for 25 cents, they'll go to someone different, even though we're doing a lot more service than the other guy is. It's just the nature of the game. But the ones that see that, and they see what you're doing and they see what you've done, their trust is with you. And that way they'll help you out in ways of, hey, look, I need you to find me this. We've done some things even with some of the bigger, kind of like big box stores, but it's the casinos. They came in and didn't know where to find this, and this, and we did some things for them. They said, you just find this for me. And we know that, and then when they get the product and they realize too that, well, you know what, they're not gouging me on this here too, I'll give them chances for more items. So that's what's helped us out a whole lot. We really, really go by a trust and integrity in our business.
Well, you've got it. So that's now, Marie, Jimbeaux, this is the part of the show we call your brother-in-law. You're wrapping up a long day at work. When your phone rings, it's your brother-in-law. Normally, he only calls when he needs you to get him a case of limes for his margarita party. But this time, things are a little bit different. I'm going to start with Marie. Your brother-in-law says you could be the biggest deal since Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz if you listen to him. You have experience on radio. You're a best-selling author. What's next? TV. Your brother-in-law's got a great idea for a self-help holistic TV show starring you. He's even got a great name for it. Pace Yourself with Dr. Marie Pace. I'm starting to tear up. This is so good.
This is awesome. This is like amazing. What are you doing? Are you going to be my new manager? What's the deal?
Your brother-in-law is prepared to quit his job in sales at the Wyndham Garden Hotel to produce your TV show if you can match his current salary. What do you say? You ready for stardom?
No.
No, really?
No, really, I don't. I do so much one-on-one. I don't have a desire to actually have a big TV show, or I really don't want to go in that route. I call some of those doctors, Facebook doctors, or who constantly heavily promote their books or their services, and I don't want to do that. That's not my. I want to counsel. I want to work one-on-one. I want to hold the client's hand when they come in. I want to.
By the way, do they come in or do you go to them?
Oh no, they come in. They come in.
So
I have
you
an
don't
office.
Go to their house with a black bag of hormones or something like that. No,
that's awesome. A black bag of hormones.
I just love the visual.
That's kind of a great idea. I know. I get the visual. That's terrific. No, I do a tremendous amount of holistic counseling. Men and women. It's not just women. I do tend to work more with women than men, but I do have men as well. They come in. I had one yesterday. She was completely falling apart. Her husband's dying. He's terminally ill. She's trying to be his caretaker.
Wow.
She's having a really rough time. Her diet is completely atrocious at this time. She was doing fabulous, but now she's completely fallen apart. And I just sat there and I held her hands, and we went for a walk, and we did some counseling. That's what I do too. It's not just a matter of buy a product or sell a service. I'm there to really one-on-one help the individual.
Well, keep the TV as a backup, though. Really,
you think?
Yeah, I really do think there's a good shot here for you.
I don't know.
But you do seem like a one-on-one kind of person.
Yeah, I'm a one-on-one kind of a person.
That is great. Jimbeaux, your brother-in-law has a great idea for expanding the Freshko brand. Here's his pitch. Everybody likes delivery. Look at Domino's. Today, healthy eating is the new pizza. The name Freshko is perfect for a fresh fruit and veggies delivery business based on the Domino's model. Say you have an impulse to eat fresh. You call 800 Freshko and boom, a stoner high school kid pulls up at your home with apples, bananas, and oranges. Your brother-in-law is prepared to quit his job at Waffle House to write a business plan if you could bankroll him for a couple of months. What do you say? You ready to be the hippest delivery guy in the country?
Well, the trend has been going like that with Waiter app and,
it's true,
and
yep.
those. So, I'm in for anything that's betters the economy itself, to a certain extent. Now, depending on my brother-in-law, which one it is would matter. No, either one of them are great guys for sure. But people have to eat a lot better what they're doing. And part of what Marie was talking about, and I have a son in the landscaping business, and he does strictly organic fertilize and weed control because Roundup is the worst thing. Cancer rate is up tremendously high since that was developed. Of course, Roundup was not developed for weed killer.
What was it developed for?
I don't even want to even talk
Really?
about it.
Okay.
No, it was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and but and so he deals all in organic stuff, and and I sell a little organic both in some meats and vegetables. This area hasn't gone to it yet. The grocery stores do it, but the restaurants really can't afford to do it unless they specialize in it. And as in anything in our culture down here in Louisiana, we're just a little late coming to the table. And there are some that are coming in and doing a few things here and there, and that's good. We try to do a little bit of that. My son does a lot of it, but I'm a kind of part-time chef, so it's I love to cook, so it's kind of hard for me to find the stuff I really want. But the organic part, going back to what Maria was saying, is definitely a big plus in people's health.
Wow,
tremendously.
And Jimbeaux, if I don't ask you this next question, we're going to get letters. Is going back to your original operation, did you get the riding mower back?
No, we didn't.
Okay, all right.
No, we didn't. But we kept the truck, and it worked out great.
Okay, all right, good. I thought it was going to become like a pawn shop or something like that. And Marie, there's so many interesting things about your life, but the part I loved is that your big thing is getting rid of stress and anxiety. And one of the ways you get rid of stress and anxiety, you have painting, exercise, and guns.
Yeah.
That is.
They kind of don't fit, do they?
No. I was.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, huh?
These for unruly patients. What do you do with guns?
No, I went through some stress myself.
This bad combination, stress and
I know,
guns.
Stress and guns. Now, I was actually terrified of guns. My husband passed away in 2008, and I was flipping the channels one night, going through the level of stress, and I saw a TV show called Top Gun. And I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, what is the deal? I had sold all my husband's guns because I did not want to have a gun in the house.
Right.
I was literally terrified. And I remember yelling to my son, Linwood, come here. I want to shoot a gun. And he was like, what are you talking about? And
You got to put Mom away.
Exactly. He's like, oh my God, another phase Mom's going through. And he took me to the local range, and we rented a gun, and I couldn't even load it. I had no idea even what to do. And then I put it in my hand. As soon as it went in my hand, I knew exactly what to do, and I hit center mass instantly at 15 yards.
So
it was
you
like,
were
no
just intuitively
kidding.
good at this?
I was intuitively good, and I love shooting. I went to...
Are you armed here today?
yes.
Okay.
I carry in my gun. I do have a lifetime concealed carry license.
Wow. Probably before I started
I love
goofing
shooting
with you early in the show. I
Yeah,
should have known
see?
that.
See?
That would have been wise to ask.
Exactly. Yeah, so I paint, I write. In fact, I've got another book coming out on anxiety in the next month or so. It's at the printer now.
The name of that book is called Trigger.
A trigger, exactly. And I like to shoot, so hey, what can I say?
Wow. I'm glad you didn't maybe catch on one of those other reality shows
I know.
like the self-storage units or something.
Oh, no,
God
I
knows
love that
what would have
show.
happened.
I do love storage units. That's awesome. Have you ever seen it, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
I've bought stuff out of them. I've done.
Have
went
you
to
really?
the auctions. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
No
Just, do you
kidding.
find bodies in there, or what happens?
No, but you find stuff that you shouldn't be in there. I mean,
Really?
they've opened some boxes. It's like,
What's the
close
worst?
that back.
What's the worst thing you ever found?
Well, not that I found. It's just there was an auction. They opened the box and it was sex toys. It was
No way!
No.
Yeah.
That would have made such a great episode of
That's
that show.
awesome.
Oh, absolutely would have.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I like where this show has gone,
great.
really.
Yes,
it ended with guns and sex toys, started out with fruits and vegetables, which is pretty terrific. Marie and Jimbeaux, it has been great to meet both of you and spend time learning about fresh food and fresh thinking. I look forward to keeping up with both of you. Thank you for taking the time to join me today on Out to Lunch.
You're awesome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My guests on Out to Lunch today have been Dr. Marie Pace, practitioner and owner of Optimum Solutions Holistic Health Consultants, and Jimbeaux Guilbeaux, the co-founder and vice president of sales at Freshko Foodservice. You can find out more about Marie's work and Jimbeau's fresh food by following the links on our websites, krvs.org and itsacadiana.com. Today's show is recorded live over lunch at Social Southern Table and Bar. Social is open 6 days a week for lunch and dinner and for brunch on Sundays. The producer of our show is Grant Morris. Our technical producer is Eric Merle. Our researcher is Ann Christian. Our theme song, Encore Monsieur Nice Guy, is written by Mitch Foreman and performed by Mitch Foreman and Andre Michaud. Our Acadiana business consultants are Pete Prados from Innovate Acadiana, Zach Barker from The Opportunity Machine, and Dr. Blake Escade. If you want to know what we look like, and I think we're all worth seeing really, is you can find photos from the show on our website and Facebook page. The photos were taken today by Gwen Aucoin. You can get the show as a podcast. You can listen to past shows. You can keep up with us on all kinds of social media by going to our websites, itsacadiana.com and krvs.org. Support for Out to Lunch Acadiana comes from Wyndham Garden Lafayette. Located off Pinhook near Kaliste Saloom, Wyndham Garden Lafayette is pet and family friendly with free parking, free Wi-Fi, and a free shuttle within a 3-mile radius, including the airport and downtown restaurants. Additional support comes from ABiz Magazine and AcadianaBusiness.com, the essential information source for business decision makers throughout the one Acadiana region. Out to Lunch is a production of INO Broadcasting for itsacadiana.com and KRVS 88.7 FM. I'm Peter Raschuti. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to meeting you again next week around the lunch table for more business, Acadiana style, on Out to Lunch.
Major support for Out to Lunch Acadiana is provided by the law firm of Jones Walker. Established in 1937 with over 375 attorneys and offices throughout the U.S., providing a comprehensive range of services to a local, national, and international client base. JonesWalker.com. Support also comes from Wyndham Garden Lafayette.